Well, I'm going to go ahead and open the Rally Course Designer. It verifies the app, and then you get sort of a little wake-up screen. And if you're fast, you can click the Quick Start Guide on that wake-up screen. All right, so creating a file in the first place is not real intuitive. Although it does tell you begin by clicking the browse button and navigate to a new file.
Yeah.
So you got to do that. You got to go find this, and that's where I made that. So
Okay.
This is Rhonda demo, and I think this shows up in the course. Let's see. Continue. All right, so this way you pick your rule set file. So we're just going to go ahead and explore Canine Working Games. Okay, and see this populated up here under the, it's an info thing. So there, and we're going to do, let's do starter, course use, trial. That's almost the only thing you would make a course for anyway. Continue. Course created. So it's got your start and finish things already on there. And this is where you can start adding details, and some of them will carry over. You can, okay, so this one is CWAG starter regular. So do you like, when we do the UKC, we start with the high level and work down to the low level. But you could go either direction.
Okay.
File, let's see, courses. So up here under courses, you can add one. Oh, actually, you can copy one. That's the way to nest them, is you copy it and it will be inside this file, and it will be another tab across the top.
Oh, okay.
So you can, and if you, course use trial, venue, indoor, classes, AB juniors, trial officials, course number. This is arbitrary. If you have sets and sets of courses, you can key them like that, so you'll know that you know, this is the first course you built or the second course you built, and you can keep track of where you use the different courses if you wind up judging a lot, so you don't wind up giving the same course the next time you go.
Okay.
I'm going to make this 50 ring height, because you're probably setting it up. 10 is the grid spacing, and that's what you see over here on the map.
Okay.
And you know, I'll just leave that alone. Host name is like, and you know, you can put logos in. Where do I have? Let's just do the TNT canines. If you've got a logo, you can put it in. It'll print across the top of some of your classes.
Oh, okay.
I just don't have the logo right there at this second. Host URL open. Author. If you're not the judge, you know, I'm the author and I'm the judge usually. Copyright. And you can say first used. Or whatever. And this is actually a place where you can keep track of where you've used it.
Oh, okay.
Because it won't print anywhere. Stations. Uh, okay, this is helpful because it tells you where, you know, how many signs you have to go, and
Hmm.
you have 0 numbered signs, and you can do a bunch of things with that table font size. When I, yeah, okay, there's mine. And there are things you can do to, you can rotate the signs, you can align them with each other, you can, it tells you how far it is from the other sign, sign description. Copy station list, options. You can have different sizes of signs.
Okay.
If you got 20 signs on there, it's going to get a little crowded. So sometimes I just leave them small. The other option, that's large.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And I like a border around them. You can have no borders, or you can have a raised border. It gives them a little shadow appearance. This is all I usually do.
Okay.
Arrow weight thin. That's thick. Medium. Thin. This is just how I have it set up.
Okay.
You can show or hide the station numbers because, of course, they're different from the sign numbers.
Right.
And you can show or hide the arrows. You can also do that at the sign level. So, let's see. You know, I usually like to have, where is it? Okay. What I often do is right click, insert after this sign, and pick a sign. And it should only be offering you in starter the signs available to starter.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about that. And let's see, you got 35 to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
You pass to the left, don't you?
Yes.
Connectors, connection point, incoming. You can move it to that side,
Okay.
which is, you know, for the very newbie person, they're going to need to know that. I mean, they'll look at it and say, you know, not, they won't even consciously realize the signs on the right if you keep the arrows on the left. Outgoing. I think I'll move it over there. Okay. And then you just keep going like that. Insert F, whoops, cancel. Insert after this sign. I'm not going to put a turn. What I sometimes do is decide where I'm going to do the turns.
Okay.
And, you know, block out the footprint. Because then I can fill in the signs in between by just inserting signs in between.
Okay.
Now, this is a change of direction, so I might move the connector incoming to the middle. And the outgoing to here. So there's my pivot. And if you drag this around, you know, the arrows just follow it.
Okay.
And then you can fill in the ones on the straight line in between this sign and that sign. There's a lot of signs with sits, aren't there?
I hate signs with sits.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that I hate them so much, when I do my courses, I will try not to have a lot of them.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Configure. So that's 3, 4. So after you do a few of these, you'll start to recognize where you want to stand and how to make a course that doesn't run you all over the place.
Okay.
So if you can stand down here and watch everything that goes on until they get up here to the right pivot right, you might think about having them turn right around right about here and coming down. So you just step over here and watch them coming at you.
Okay.
And then come over here and, you know, back up. You're probably gonna, I'm not sure if we're in the arch ring. This is already upside down because you'd probably be entering over here.
Right.
And that's something you can mark on your maps too. Let's see, create ring gate. Can you see that? It's fallen off onto my other monitor. But
no, I can't. Oh, okay.
But you right click the border there. Or I think it'll show it if I do it over here. Insert. Well, this is another thing. Insert. Oh, there it is, ring color. I just want a white ring. Create ring gate. Can you see that? And you have a choice of entrance, exit, or both.
Okay.
And then to get rid of it, you just, I think you just delete it. Or, well, and there's things built in like cones. And over here for the figure 8, you can put one in. Put it in for that. Right click, insert, cone. And since those are 10 feet, you can sort of make an estimate of how wide your cone should be. Now, if I'm going to move this up here for a while, because watch what happens when I insert after this sign. Are they going to let you? Which signs can be repeated? Can all of them be repeated? Because it didn't.
Yes. Yeah. I know that most, like your turns, there's usually like 4 of the regular, like right turn, left turn. Your 270s, there's usually 2 or 3 of them. I don't think, I'm trying to remember here. I don't remember anything limiting you to how many, but there are required signs.
Sign 14.
Like I think when you go from one level to the next, they say, well, you have to have like 5 signs from the last level.
Yeah,
something like that.
and look what I did here. It's giving me an error that I just now saw up here where it says error. Sign S14 must be followed by 15, 16, or 17.
Right, that's what I was going to say. You have a call front, but where do you go after your call front?
Yeah. All right. So let's see.
Call front does have like finish
16,
right or
17. I hate this one.
oh, right forward. That means finish right or finish left and forward.
Yep. So we'll just do that.
It's kind of confusing, but
Yeah. Well, it's better than cramming it all on one sign like they were doing for the new UKC signs. It was
oh
just
yeah.
too much information on one sign.
Mm-hmm.
And
you know when you
do they put them side by side or
usually?
Okay. Yep, there you go. So the pivot, depending on how you feel about map reading, I like to rotate these so 90 degrees. So it's oriented to the direction you're walking. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, but you're getting a person to go into the wall.
Oh, well, okay, let's see.
Change.
Change to see. So we want the left instead of the right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, okay, it disappeared from this list. So it's not available. There's only one sign. That's what I was wondering about. And if we insert after this sign, and that was to S4, oh, 270 left. Oh, there's usually more than one.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, okay. And if you're at a loss for what to do next, you can just have it show you a random sign and
Oh, okay, and it'll suggest one.
It'll suggest one.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense for what you want to do, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, if you start out with just sort of a piece of paper and you sketch a path that you want your course to go on,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can just put your corners in and your turns, and then fill up the straight stuff in the middle until you get the number of signs you need.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep. Well, I have my courses already built. I just needed something to put them on.
Oh, well, there you go. And then you'll see your errors up here. Well, let's just throw some more signs in there. I need 6 more signs, so it'll stop giving me an error. Insert after this sign.
How about pace change, or you want to do your pace
Oh
change
yeah,
somewhere else?
yeah. Let's do a fast because we're going this way. Fast, followed by normal, I'm guessing.
Yes. Yeah, I think it'll fuss at you if you don't put a normal there.
There you go. And I usually leave one long stretch of just healing.
Mm-hmm.
And because I think the dogs get kind of tired of, walk 3 steps, do something, walk 3 steps, do something else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just mailed my entry for the sea wags.
Oh, okay. Cool. Hey, good thing you got your entry in for the show, the confirmation show in when you did.
Oh yeah? Are you full already?
I have 4 slots left.
No kidding.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm being a little nice about things because I know mail is really foobarred right now.
Yeah.
So if people send me an email, I'm asking them, send me a picture of the stamped envelope. Then I know that it's going in the mail, because people will send you emails and say, yeah, I'll be there. And then you hold them a slot and you never get their entry. So I'm telling them, okay, you send me a picture of your entry, that you're putting your entry in the mail, and I'll hold the slot. And I said, I'll hold it for a week. If I don't receive in a week, then I have to let the slot go. So that gives people a little bit more motivation. And UKC says we can do whatever we want to do. You just can't put anything down on paper until you actually get the payment. So I'm not really putting anything down on paper until I have the payment. I'm just holding slots, but I'm doing it consistently. And that's the big thing with UKC. They say, we don't really care what you do, just as long as you do it for everybody, you're consistent about what you do. Um, there are some people that would argue with me on that point, but I've talked to them a couple times about stuff, about entries, and they've been like, well, sure, you can do that, So don't do anything unless it's approved. Just in case there's questions.
Yep.
So what you put in? That's
That
so
was a
small.
halt walker in.
Oh,
And
okay.
1, 2, 3 steps back, slow, fast.
Oh, I like those 3 steps back, even though people hate those things. And Gyps is like, Gyps gives me heartburn about them sometimes, but
Yeah.
I kind of I like the variety.
Something I do if I know the floor is tight is to save floor space, by putting signs back to back like that.
Well, so far it's still happy.
Okay, 1, 2, 3 steps back.
And then you need a forward, right, from that? Because you're going in.
It's not giving me an error. Wait,
Oh, okay.
It's back. And the dog's facing you. You need a finish, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Let's find a finish.
I would think you would need that. The kind of cool thing you can do with C-Wax too is you can marry signs.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
So what am I up to? 13. So I need 4 more.
What do we have? We don't have any turns.
Yeah, they're there. Oh, this is easy. That's an easy one to just throw in without any steps.
360. Yeah. You go nuts in the Zoom class though, because the fact that you can't do sits. You get a lot of those spins and oh my gosh, I love the courses sometimes that Rebecca and Gwen and Steph come up with, but some of them are like, by the time I'm done, I'm so dizzy. I'm just like, can we take out? And when I do my courses, I'm aware of that because I know there's some people that bothers.
Oh yeah, I hate it. And
So
Joan, yeah, I almost had somebody fall over in one of my courses. or saw somebody almost fall over. I don't think it was my course trying to do one of those paperclip things.
Yeah. And it's just like, okay, can I get sick now? But you know, it's kind of, you know, you kind of almost have to put stuff like that in there. Like I have the one course that I copied from one of Joan's courses where she does that. You go up and you do, let's see, you do a serpentine, and then you come back, or wait a minute, you do a straight figure 8, and then turn around and do a serpentine back down, which is a lot of fun. I mean, I put that in one of the courses and one of the drop-ins, and everybody was like, this is pretty cool. So people like stuff like that because they like their dogs to continuously move. And I kind of like making courses like that where the dogs are moving and you're moving all the time. But you know, of course, you're required to do a certain amount of stationary. So
I think, oh, we don't have this would be a good place for a ribbon.
oh yeah.
And that will send me back down. This direction. Where we might do, how many more do I need?
Oh, you're done. You only need 17.
Well, I'm going to put in a fast and a slow.
Okay.
I'm going to have fast and a normal.
Now, I don't know if it will give you an error if you do too many signs.
Oh, I don't think so. Well,
I think it
what
will.
did it say?
It's in the rules, I think.
17 to 20.
Oh, okay.
So if I put in the normal, then we are done. Insert after this side. There's never any honor dogs, right? So you're not going to scare
I don't
anything.
think. Yeah, I don't think any of the levels have honor dogs in them.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
So this is handy right here. You can copy the station list and paste it into a document or something. You can copy the course map and paste it into something like Word.
Okay.
Sign 19. Which one? Fast. Oh, let's change this one to slow. Where did we put that?
You had the fast there, yeah.
Change. There. All right, no errors. So we're good to go. Valid course. That's nice that it says that.
Awesome.
And if you wanted to, you could sit and fuss around with the arrows. You could, spend way more time than it's worth to get all these sorted out. But so here's where things get into the weeds. And I think I still have my default printer set to Adobe PDF, because this thing will just go ahead and print. It'll say, okay, you said print, we'll print right now.
Print it now. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna, I do have it on the PDF. So file, print preview. I use preview a lot.
Okay.
Because it's got so many options. So I want the title. I want the course map. I don't think I want the summary information, but I do want the station list. I don't want the comments. Print course map background in white. Yes, please. Don't print the mornings. Don't print the ring size. And I want it in portrait
Okay.
because that's the way I am. And I'm not sure it will fit in portrait. There it is. Yep, probably not. I'm going to have to see. You can enlarge that by dragging the corner down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, kicked it over into the other page. That's not what I want. So that's why I spend so much time in print preview. Course map. It'll keep all of that, but now we'll try it in landscape, which is usually good enough for.
Okay.
Now I'm not sure why that's showing up over here.
Dual screen. Does that have anything that affected you're in dual screen?
Well, no. See, that's over here on the layout. I mean, it's.
Yeah, why is it showing that? It's almost like it's taking almost like a picture.
Yeah.
And putting a picture in there.
And remember, I changed the ring size.
Yes, you did.
Okay. I don't know if the guy who does this can understand how to do that. But this is important, I think. This is the course map.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what your exhibitors is going to get. And it's important to me that they get these sign numbers on here so they can look up the signs. And that's what Suzanne's was missing.
Ah, okay.
Because you couldn't figure out what sign it was. You could see there was a map. I mean, but you couldn't tell what you were supposed to be doing. And all the signs were new for everybody. So we'll get back down here.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send in a bug report about that. All right. So we'll see what it looks like when you. Well, that could also be. Now that I know how to set it, I'll see if it does the same thing to me in the actual print. Course map, station list, and it remembered all my settings. Continue. Yes, PDF, print. I don't know if you can see the Windows dialog or not. Oh, all right. So it's printing that as a PDF. And I may have to. Thank you. Can you see that? Test P. Okay, let me new share. Acrobat. And it did keep the.
Yeah, that spot. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to submit a bug report for that.
Cool.
Yeah. But the way you can get around that, if you want to,
crop it.
Well, no. Here's what we do. You go to your words, your software of choice, Word or whatever you've got on your computer. New document. I'm going to make it landscape. And start. Okay, copy station list. Paste it. It's not what I wanted. Are you still looking at the,
I'm still looking at your list, your PDF.
all right. New share. Document.
Oh, there you go.
And right, and then you can go back over here, which you can't see, and I'll click the copy course map button. And this is going to give me some heartburn here. Oh, I know what. We don't need this. Paste. Oh, it grabbed that too. Well, I know what to do about that. It's only there. Good. Picture format. Crop. Where'd it go? This is going to make me crazy. There it is. So there you go, and you can, put something up here in the header as far as what it's for, and change your margins so it prints closer to the edge. Lots of stuff you can do. All right, I'm going to show you one of my old score sheets.
Okay.
New share. We're going back to, where did it go? There it is. So it's got team number and all the club information stuff. Breed, jump height, judge, course number. I just put what trial it's for. This was, where was this for? It was for up at Colmar. Qualifying, space
Okay.
of the time. The judge can sign it, max score, deductions, final score. And I just, at the point where the error occurs, I'll just, write, SR for slow response, or crooked sit, or wide, or dog out of position. And most of them there are no half points, so most of them are just a 1 point infraction. And you can just count the number of times you wrote something down. Or retry, that's 3 points. All right, well, let me show you a few more things you can do on the map.
Sure.
Right click, insert. There's your choices. Can you see them? Cone, chair, food bowl. I'll move it up here where it's maybe a little more obvious. Insert, cone, chair, food bowl, bar jump, broad jump, high jump, table, toy. Image from file, if you've got an icon or something, and a text box and a floating arrow.
Oh, okay.
And the floating arrow is kind of, it's hard to reposition. You have to grab that and then slowly move it. If your cursor gets too far out ahead of it, it'll drop. Just so you know it's not you.
Oh, okay.
See, it lost connection, but there. And you can't just delete it. You just right click, or you can style it. If you've got some special reason to put an arrow in, you can dash it, dot it, change its color, whatever.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can play with colors.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Ooh. Don't.
Text box. That's where's it gonna go? And it's kind of cool. Rotation, colors, border, whatever. Continue. And sometimes, this is just way too small because there's no extra formatting. So there, try that. Well,
Better.
better, yep. So text box, try space. There.
Okay.
If you have to label something for some reason.
Okay.
Delete. Yeah, delete the text box. Chair football. Well, I think the Aussie Club has tables and toys.
Oh, okay.
Image from file, floating arrow.
Yeah. What now? What's that in with and without infraction? What was that?
Infractions would be like crooked sit, retry.
Oh, okay. So then well, what would it do? Would it print out what the points are for that, or is it?
Or just something you can make a check mark on.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it doesn't like any of that. It doesn't like any of
Uh-huh.
the score sheets. Whoop,
Oh,
there it went. It
see
gave
you
up.
bye.
It went by.
Yeah.
Probably the thing to do is, make your map and just use it for your score sheet.
Yeah, that's what they usually do in CWAGs. They give me their maps, and then I use that. I print them off for how many exhibitors there are,
Mhm.
and then that's what they use for their scores.
But like I showed you, you can put it into Word and make one that has space for the team and the score on it. And that's basically the high points of what you need: the score, the time, the score, the time, and the team. Pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be it.
Yeah.
Because you can make your, you can take your points off on the form. So that they know where they're getting points off. So yeah, I might. I'm trying to think. I don't know that I'll be ready for. No, I won't have this ready for February, but probably the June one that we're doing. I think we're doing one in June. I have to go look. I think that's one of the ones we just applied for. I might do a shadow in June.
Okay.
Or before then. If I can find someone else that's doing obedience. Obedience and rally. Blue Ridge is the only other one that's doing it. Everybody's doing CWAG. They're getting into the CWAG scent, but they're not doing anything else. So.
Yeah, and I'm not sure Arch's Ring is big enough to do level 4. Blue Ridge Canines is just barely big enough. Although you could probably
Aren't they smaller than us though?
They're about the same size. They're smaller than, just a little bit smaller than what Sandy wanted for CDSP, but she allowed it. It's just, maybe a foot short in different dimensions, but they don't have to put up ring gating except at the end for the target, for the go out target. So that saves them some space. Is that Miss Jips?
has gyps. She's telling me, I think they just delivered something, and
Oh,
if it's UPS, they'll ring the bell, I think.